Today is during the occasion of the funeral of our late Most Venerable Phuong, our abbot. Venerable Triton appointed me to deliver a short speech to all of it here today. At first, I thought that I'll only talk in Vietnamese. Now that he mentioned that I have to talk in both languages. During the walk, until now, usually I only talk in English. I barely talk in Vietnamese. For that reason, not many people recognize that I am Vietnamese. Not a lot of Vietnamese knows that I am Vietnamese. And I thought that today I would only talk in Vietnamese. That now that I still have to talk in both languages, so I would try my best. In Buddhism, we always talk about the impermanence. We talk about the impermanence a lot. And what is impermanence? And most of the time when we heard that, the term of impermanence, we always thought that if everything's so impermanent, then what is the purpose of life? I talked about the impermanence of the nature. I talk about the impermanence of the mind, the impermanence of this body. And just the impermanence of the nature alone, there's a lot going on. It's changing rapidly. Let's just say the walk for peace. Every step we made, that is impermanence. So when we born, after we born from the mother's womb, we learn how to crawl. We learn how to stand up and fall down. We learn how to walk and fall down. And then after that, days by days, we grow in just like that, and we walk every step. We walk until we get older, and we go to school, we have a job, and we walk every day like that. And we walk like that every day since we born. Since we born, we walk. We walk our life. We walk to aging. We walk to illness, and we walk to funeral. But not many of us realize that this is where we are walking to. This is where we are heading to. And we walk like this every single day. We missed out. Not a lot of us think about this walk. We keep on missing out. Missing out saying love to the person who we love. Missing out taking care of the persons that we should take care of. We are missing out hanging around or even forgiving to the person that is sitting next to us. We are way too busy pursuing our life, our goal, to achieve something in life. And a lot of the time we forgot about the people surround us. A lot of time we made a promise to ourselves. A lot of the time we wanted to say something or do something, but at the end we continue forgetting it and move forward without pursuing it. We are not knowing that we have tomorrow to pursue, to do, and to say what we supposed to. It's because we are keeping on broken our promises to the others. That is why I always say it. To keep our promise is even harder to go to heaven. To keep our promise is easier for us to keep our promise is even difficult and harder versus going to heaven. The reason is because we always promise to the others, but we are not keeping our promise. But in order for us to go to heaven, it's easier because we can just do all the good deeds. We can cultivate merits. We can practice meditation, concentration meditation. Once we achieve to the jhana stage, we can also go to heaven. But keeping our promise is so difficult because we don't have that habit. We don't have the habit of coming back. We don't have that habit to remind us that, oh, I promised this person, I promised that person. Because we are keeping on forgetting. And why are we forgetting? It's because we are not mindful. By practicing mindfulness, it's for us to aware what we are doing, what we are saying, and what we promise. We are practicing to create a new habit of coming back, of knowing what we're doing and what we're thinking and what we're saying. It's just because we all keep on heading out. We are not coming back. We are way too busy chasing the life, outside world. And for that reason, we don't have that habit of coming back. And once we be able to come back, once we realize that we broke the promise, oh, I promised to that person, and it's too late. That person could have died already, or no longer around us. Or we don't even have that ability to pursue to the promise that we made. Because we are now too old. We are now too weak. We can't do it anymore. And at this time, I would like to ask, in front of our late most venerable Buddha Phuong, have any one of us made any promise to him that we haven't completed? It's just a very simple and small act or small promises, just like, oh, he likes that and you promised you will offer it to him. Or he likes to go here and there and you promise I will take you there. Just simple as that. But you haven't pursued yet. I hope that there's none of us that is still owe a promise to him. Because right now, you cannot do that anymore. He already passed away. And the only thing that we can do right now, if we had any promise to him, is to bow down to him and ask for forgiveness that you broke your promise. I want to bring that up. It's for you to ask a question to yourself. Have you ever made any promise to your father, your mother, your husband and wife, your kids, your brothers, sisters, your loved ones, your friends, that they have passed away already and you still haven't finished, you haven't been able to pursue that promise? Now, we can only hold back and live with us, which is regret. The only thing that we can carry on from those days until now is regretful. We have to ask ourselves that question. I want to tell you a story of a child, a kid, that grew up in a very poor family. And when he go to school, he don't even have a new shirt a good one. And he always see his friend has everything. He has a bike, has all kind of new clothing, but him. And he always wished to have a bike. And one day he asked his mom and his dad, "Dad, Mom, I want a bike because my friends has it and I don't. I really want to have one." And his parents didn't make any promise to him, but in their mind they already made a promise that they will buy a bike for their child. And then they started to look for more work to do, to earn, and to gather all the money to buy the bicycle for their children, their kid. One day when they be able to gather enough of all the bike, all the money, and they that is also the birthday of the kid. They call the kid and tell the kid that you stay home, Mom and Dad have to go out, and then we will come back. So after they say that, and they left the house, and they went out. Afternoon, they still hasn't come back. And then late afternoon, and then evening, they still hasn't come back. And then there's the neighbor came to the house and asked, tell the kids, do you know anything? Have you heard anything? The kids say, no, I don't know anything. And the uncle, which is the neighbor, say, your mom and your dad got into an accident. And then the kid break down. And then the neighbor told him to that he would take the kid to the hospital to see his mom and his dad. And when they reached to the hospital, the mom and dad lying on that hospital bed, and then lying there suffer, seeing their kids coming, and they cry. And then the kids cry because seeing their parents suffer. They call the kid over, and the kid crying and run over and hug them and say, what's going on? And the parents say, we are sorry that we want to go out to buy a bicycle for you because today is your birthday. But then we are unable to pursue it because we are now here. We cannot buy it. We are sorry. And the parents pass away. The kid break down and cries so hard. And the kid cries so hard and asking and tell the mother and father that I don't need a bicycle anymore. I don't need it. I just need you to come back. I just need you to be in present with me. I can just walk to school. I don't need that bicycle anymore. But their parents already passed away. And then after that, the neighbors take care of the funeral, and the kid is crying, holding their pictures and crying every single day. Go to the grave and then crying in front of his father and mother's grave as well. Day by day, when he grew up, he became a doctor. And people ask him, so now that you successful, you are now a doctor, what do you want? What do you miss the most in life? I'm telling this story just to let us know that in life, our parents, they are the people, they are the persons who always trying their best and make everything possible for us. Whatever that we want, whatever that we wanted in life, they would do everything to pursue it, to make it happen for us. And a lot of the time, we only ask, but we never think for them. And each and every day, our parents walking, Every step they made, they are getting closer to aging, getting old, have all kind of illness, getting closer to their death. But we still hanging on and holding on to all those promises that you would kiss your parents, you would say love to your parents, and you would kneel down in front of your parents, give them and show them all those love. We are just continue holding on to that, but not pursuing it, not doing it. And we are waiting until they pass away. And that is when we start to regret. Every step we made, just like our venerable monks who walk for peace, whenever we step on that road, the asphalt road, the concrete road, it changed. The road changed. The earth changed. It changed rapidly. The weather changed. It's from the heat of Texas, and then the rain, the humid of Georgia, Mississippi, and then the snow, the freeze of North Carolina, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. The weather changing rapidly. We encounter different weathers from the morning until nighttime. And we experience it every single day because the nature is also changing. The earth changing, but we are not seeing it. The road changing, we are not seeing it. It's moving, right? The road, the asphalt road, when we step on it in the morning, it's still cool. It's normal temperature. But when it's noontime, when the sun hit it, the road, the asphalt started to melt out. It's absorbed the heat and it's changing, but we are not seeing it. We are not realizing it. That is the impermanence. It's changing rapidly. The trees, the scenes around on both sides of the road when we walk is also changing. When we walk, trees still has leaves, but then they shed the leaves. And then give new leaves. It keeps changing like that. We are the same. Our life is the same. We born, we walk to the death, and then we reborn again, and then we walk to the death again, and then we reborn. Keep on repeating ourselves in this circle of life, just like that. But we still not seeing it, we still not seeing the truth. Và chúng ta vẫn chưa thấy ra sự thật, chưa thấy ra lẽ vô thường, cho nên chúng ta vẫn còn ham vui trong cuộc sống. Because of not seeing it, we still enjoying this life. Because not seeing the truth of death, of rebirth, that is why we still enjoying this life and thinking everything's on permanence. Whatever we gain in life, those still belong to us. We are not knowing that they comes and goes, just like the wind. When we still young, we walk every day, but we are not knowing that one day we'll be old, we are aging, and we walk every day. We don't know that when we still have really good health, we never think that one day we'll be lying in bed sick. And we walking every day, we are thinking that we are still good and we will live longer. We are not knowing, we are never thinking that one day we will die, we will pass away anytime. And because of not knowing, we thinking that only the elders who will pass away? A lot? No. There's a lot of young people passing away nowadays. And so that is what I said. The nature is changing. This body is changing. Our mind. Sometimes earlier we be able to smile. And now we become sad. We cry. And then later we smile and laugh again. If we know that everything's are impermanence, that is the Buddha teaching, then we will no longer cling into it. When our loved ones pass away, especially our parents, we cried a lot, especially Vietnamese, Asian. We cry a lot when our loved one pass away. And the reason why we cry, and most of the time we think that because we love that person. But is it really that we love that person? We are not loving that person. We are loving ourselves. But we always claim that we love that person. Why is that? A lot of the time, when we run into problems, we encounter a lot of challenges. We cry. We always come back to our parents, lean on our parents' shoulder and cry to them, ask for help, share with them all kind of story, all kind of suffering that we had. And now they no longer exist. They are not there for us anymore. There is no more shoulder for us to lean on. There's no more the loving one who we always come to them and ask for help. They no longer exist. No one else can replace them. We always come to them. We always come to them for troubles when we encounter problem and troubles. And now that they are no longer with us because we always hold them tight. We hold them so tight. It's because they are the people who we always come for. And now they are no longer exist. We suffer. They are no longer in our hands, in our arms, in our thoughts. That is why we suffer. So it's because we love ourselves. It's not that we love them. We are not truly love them. Because in this life, I talk about this a lot. When the other person say that they love you forever, that is just a saying. That is not true. There's time that when they say they love you so much and they love you for the rest of their life, that is just a saying, because what if you don't have the things that they expect anymore? They don't expect you to talk a lot, but you talk a lot. They don't expect your body to be changed, but your body changed after you get birth. Or some type of illness, your body start to change from a very slim and very fit, now become different. Or just even the food that they don't like, but you still cooking it because you love it. Is that person still gonna love you like what he or she said, I love you forever? Not really. Not really. It's because we don't have what they need anymore, what they want anymore. That is why it's changing. So that is impermanence. Right? So at the end, we still love ourselves. Those days when we still trying to get to know each other, trying to understand each other, and trying to get married to the person that we love, marriage to the person that we love. And after we got what we want, then everything changed. It's not beautiful anymore. It's not nice anymore. It changed completely. It's just that they can't speak it out. They can't speak out. Oh, I don't like this and that. No, they keep it inside. Until one day, when the glass of water is full, it will spill off. Because they keep on holding into it, holding on to all those emotions. Until one day is full, they cannot bear those feelings anymore. They break up, separate. So these are impermanence. Don't believe that this life will be the same. Don't believe that this life and everybody will continue to walk with us for the rest of our life. So those are the things that I said. Every step we made is changing. The nature changed. This body changed. This mind changed. Everything will be changed. When we're still alive, we have to be prepared. Prepare that all these people around us, our loved ones, we still being together, but one day they will leave us. We have to be prepared that way. So one day when they really pass away, no longer with us, we suffer, but less suffer. We have to see that all these meeting with each other, seeing each other, and we met everyone in life, we also walk in to the point where we will be separated. So today, in the commemorate of the late most venerable Bhikkhu Phuong, I was appointed to give a Dhamma talk related to the impermanence. And that is what I'll be able to share with you all. And I hope that you will take this seriously by practicing mindfulness. Without practicing mindfulness, we won't be able to see all those things. We won't be able to see the impermanence and accepting the impermanence. It's because we are not mindful enough. That is why when things come, we always react and we always pursue and follow our emotion instead of the seeing of the truth. And then we suffer. So mindfulness is the key for us to liberate, to be prepared for the day that we will be separated with our loved ones. And I hope that you can practice this diligently and seriously. If you have 1 day of peace, you will have 2 days, 4 days, 5 days, and 1 life of peace. Without practicing mindfulness, there will be no peace whatsoever. Thank you so much. If you have any questions.
So we talk about daily mindfulness, right? And the word mindfulness is just a word until we practice it, correct? So what are some daily practices or techniques that we can start off or work on to, build up that mindfulness and eventually make it a part of our lives?
When we talk about mindfulness, you probably haven't heard my talks during the walk. Okay. Very simple method that I show and I talk every single day during the 112 days of walking for peace. That every day when we wake up, this message that I share to a lot of people, and people actually take it seriously and practice, and they gain a lot of benefits. Every day we live with a lot of distractions. all kind of distractions, especially our phone, our cell phone. And then when at night time, I will go briefly, okay? Brief to the straight to the point. At night time, when we before we go to bed, we also using our cell phone to search for things online and social media and things like that. And then when we see the news, when we listen to the news or watching some kind of movie or news or something like that, and it makes our mind, and we get mad or we become sad because of something that is sad, because of something that we don't like. And then we cannot go to bed because the mind is now talking back and forth. When the mind is talking back and forth, we very hard to go to bed, very hard to go to sleep. Because that time the mind's constantly talking. And then when we cannot go to sleep because of the mind, that monkey mind is constantly talking, then what we would do, our habit is to pick up the phone and then again continue searching and continue listening and continue watching. That is our habit, continue, right? And then when we continue, we won't be able to go to bed at all. And then when we wake up, let's just say we be able to sleep for a little bit, and then we wake up exhausted. When we wake up exhausted, we are very tired, we can't do anything. And then we being mad at ourselves. When we cannot sleep during the day, would we be able to have peace or not? Of course not, because we are exhausted. This body exhausted and the mind is exhausted as well. And that is when we suffer so much, just because of that one habit, the old habit. And so the method that I share, before go to bed, 1 hour at least, 1 hour before bed, no cell phone. We need to learn how to let go of that cell phone 1 hour before bed. Okay? If you have to have the phone, maybe listening to the Dhamma talk is better, or listening to mindfulness sharing. Okay, that's acceptable, but not other things. So now we need to practice a new habit. Let go of that lover, let go of that cell phone. At least 1 hour before bed. Even during the night, you wake up, still no phone. The first thing when you wake up in the morning, due to your habit, what would you do? You grab your cell phone and check the status overnight. Anyone commented your status overnight? What happened in last night? Even when now we have to practice a new habit, which is if you have to use a phone or if you have to touch your phone in the morning when you wake up, it's fine. But it's just for you to turn off the alarm only and let it go. And then what's the next step? Và kế tiếp thì chúng ta làm gì?
Go back to sleep.
Go back to sleep. Yeah, hít ba hơi. You lie in bed and take a deep breath, or just breathe in and breathe out for a moment and then get up. Okay? You have to get up. Don't snooze. When you wake up, after you do the breathing, you make your bed. Make your bed neat and nice. That is how you practice mindfulness, by folding your bed sheet, your blanket, and make it look neat and nice. Focus in it. Pay attention to it. And then the next step, go to the bathroom. With your phone. When you have a new habit of letting go of that cell phone, you only need about 15 minutes in that bathroom. But if you carry your phone with you, you will waste 1 hour in the bathroom. Okay? So no cell phone in the bathroom. When you come out, grab a piece of paper and a pen Write down the statement, say, today is going to be my peaceful day. After you write that down, today is going to be my peaceful day, use your eyes to read it over and over silently. When your mind and your eyes parent with each other, that is how you practice mindfulness. And then after that, you read it out loud with your mouth. Today is going to be my peaceful day. You can read it out loud, say it out loud. For everyone in the house to hear it, that is fine. To state that to yourself that today is gotta be my peaceful day. Nothing else. Because when we wake up, if we don't give our mind a job to do, then our mind will pick up all the trash to chew it over and over. Once we wake up, and then if we don't give our mind a job to do, anything that is positive, then our mind will pick up all the trash to chew it over and over. Means that our mind will pick up all those defilements to think it over and over. Once we think about the defilement, think about all the bad things, what happened in yesterday, that person say something that's so hurtful to me. Once we think that early in the morning when we wake up, we will have an awful day. It's not a peaceful day, but an awful day. Because that mind will constantly thinking. That thing will pop up in our mind over and over again. We have the old habit. We have one kind of sickness that we always repeat it ourselves, that we are multitasking ourselves. So after we read it out loud, state it to the universe that today is going to be my peaceful day, then everything you do from there throughout your day, do one thing at a time and be patient with it, concentrate on it, focus on it, one thing at a time, one task at a time. Do not multitask yourself anymore. When you do something, when you walk out that door, anything happened to you, then that statement is powerful enough to remind you that today is my peaceful day. I will not mess it up. I will keep it. I'm not going to let anybody mess it up. That is how we practice mindfulness every single day. Of course, this is just the very basic, and this is the way that I experienced and I shared it. But to practice mindfulness, it always begins with our breath. The breathing method that later you will be able to learn about the meditation, and then that is how we practice mindfulness every day. That's my answer for this, and you can practice that every day.
Thank you so much.